So I'm going to take you into the boot room, where Suzie has been beavering away, as busy as a beaver all day. What are you up to, honey?
Oh, just putting stuff on these new shelves that we got from Brico. They were good value on offer.
Yeah.
And you put them together the other day. So
It's tidied it up.
yeah,
It's not organising now, isn't it?
I've vacuumed all of this out. It was full of leaves and stuff. So I've got all the stuff out that unit.
The dresser.
Yeah, I had all the barbecue stuff in there. So I don't want the unit.
Okay, well, we'll have a look at that in a sec. But this has made a massive difference, hasn't it?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
all this was just on the floor all over the place, and we didn't know where anything is or was, and now it's just helping us organise, isn't it? So
I need to get some plastic crates to go on here.
Yeah.
To put dogs' towels in and stuff. Still got some dog stuff to sort out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got one empty box there now.
Just feels a lot better in here. It's a small,
Yeah.
well, it's not a bad sized room, but it was a bit of a dumping ground, wasn't it? And of course, it gets to a point where you can't find anything. So yeah, that's coming on nicely. And what we do with these shelves in the long term, I don't know. We may put some proper shelving up here, build something ourselves, but this is an ideal solution for now, isn't it?
We're going to put a chest freezer out here, aren't we?
Yeah, chest freezer's coming out here one day when we get some electrics out here. There's no electrics out here, so that's all to do. Well, should we have a look at this dresser then?
Yeah.
And this is the dresser we're talking about. You may recall it from episode 5, I think it was, Modern versus Ancient. It was in the ancient kitchen. And it's a beautiful piece, but it's just not for us.
Baxter.
Oh, Baxter's chair.
They must be nesting up there.
Yeah. Never noticed them up there.
I've seen the nest before.
Okay, well, we've just disturbed a couple of birds, but never mind. Anyway, we'll start that again. Where were we? Anyway, yes, it's a beautiful piece. Very well made. It's a solid old piece, but it's just not for us, is it?
Retro style, which isn't really our thing.
It's not going to work in our place.
Solid piece, but it's not us, is it? Really?
No. So basically, if anybody wants it, it's going free.
Come and get it.
Come and get it.
Otherwise, it's going to Emmaus.
Otherwise, yeah, Emmaus. It'll get put in the back of the van, dropped off at Emmaus. But yeah, it's genuine. If you want it, and if you can come and get it. We're in the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region, in the department of Deux-Sèvres, postcode 79. So, if you want it, it's yours. Well, I'm up in the tower, or the turret, whatever you want to call it, and I've got this and this window to paint. And to do it, I'm going to take the windows off. It'll be a bit easier. They're screwed in with hinges, but unfortunately some kind person has put about 30 coats of paint over the screws. So I'm going to go and get my paint stripper, dab a bit onto those hinges, and then hopefully I'll be able to get to the screws, unscrew it, take it off. The other thing I want to do, these windows are a bit tight. They do open, but they're rubbing, which will probably be years of paint. But I may, excuse me, but I may try to trim a millimetre or so off each edge whilst I've got them off. And then that'll free them up, because obviously in the winter the wood expands, you know, we won't be able to open these. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then once I take them off I can start working on them, sand them down, and then start painting them. And I've also got the window frame to paint on the outside. We're not sure yet of the colour scheme inside, so I'll probably just concentrate on the outside of the windows for now. And then, don't know whether you can see it from there, but there's the bars on here as well. They're concreted in, so I can't remove them, but I want to paint them as well. So I could obviously paint the inside from here, but I've got to get up the ladder to paint the outside. So it's all a bit rough, but I'll sand it all down and paint it. But the first step is get the windows off. Might as well take the window catch off as well. They've painted over that. These pieces are quite ornate, so might as well get that off and clean that up. These hinges, I might give them a good clean up. I don't like seeing hinges painted. Now, when you buy a house in France, you have what they call a diagnostic report. And the gentleman came around, did the diagnostic, and one of the things he's looking for is lead paint, and he reports on where he believes there is lead paint. And he's given us a list of all the doors and any windows, etc., where he thinks there's lead paint on them. These windows didn't come up on his report as having lead on them, so I'm going to mask up whatever I do anyway, but it seems that pretty safe to play around with these windows and the paint on them. Right, this is a bit of a pain, but starting to turn this one. But yeah, they're well and truly stuck in there. Turning it, but nothing's happening. Okay, well, I've got it off. That was a bit of a pain, but it's off now. So this is the inside. So I'm going to sand it all, even though I'm probably not going to paint this side today because we don't really know what the colour scheme is going to be. I'm going to prepare it all and sand it so it's nice and smooth. I was going to try and take a millimetre off each edge just on my table saw. I was going to run it through the table saw and just shave literally the edge, but to do that I'd have to flip it over and slide it this way, but unfortunately this handle won't allow me to do that, this latch. I don't want to ruin that by taking it off, and I don't think I'm going to get that off very easy. So, but I've been looking at the paint, it's so thick on these edges that I think if I sand the edges, that'll give me the millimetre that I need on all edges. Okay, that's had a real good sand. I've taken a fair bit off these edges, so I think it'll be a slightly better fit. And I'll put a very thin coat of paint on those edges to not thicken them up. This was my main concern here. There's one or two little ridges where the wood's dried out, but actually it feels a lot better, so I think we'll be fine with that. There's some putty that's fallen out as I've been sanding. So I've got to replace that. I might go over a lot of it actually. So that's the next stage. Give it a good clean, a little bit of putty. Right, there's some putty in there, I've put it in there, so I'm going to let that go off for a little while, and then that's ready for basically its paint now. In the meantime, I'll go up and start on the bars. And so basically I've put 400 grams of the purple in, and I need to add 10% of this, and this is all done by weight, so I need to add 40 grams of this. Now unfortunately it's dried up a lot, so I've just thinned it a little bit. Let's see, how much is that? 42, so that'll be okay. It doesn't have to be exactly 10%. That's pretty lucky. Mix that and it'll change the colour to a different purple entirely. Perfect. Well, here I am, up the ladder again. So I'm just going to paint this side of the frame. It'll be visible from the outside, so I want to make sure I paint it. It's one of those jobs where you sort of brace yourself for the comments. When we first did that door, painted it the purple, we posted it on to the Escape to the Château fan club Facebook page, and we thought, here we go, see what happens, you know, because it's a sort of Marmite one, isn't it? You either like it or hate it, or so we thought. But we had there were 4,000 reactions to that post and 1,000 comments, and there was only one person who commented that they didn't like it, and that person was very, very polite about it, apologetic, and say, oh, I'm really sorry, I just don't like it. So we didn't get any silly or nasty comments and loads of likes, so we were quite pleasantly surprised by that. But of course that was the door. We'll see what people think of the windows. But there you go. Well, that's the first coat done. Looks good. And these bits where the old putty and the old painting was there, I've kept them as neat as I can, but I'll tidy those up at the end with a blade. So I've actually put a straight purple line in where possible. Went a little bit awry there, but that's okay. So that's fine. So yeah, that's looking the colour we're wanting. Right, whilst that's drying, I've been up and painted those bars with a grey primer and a rust inhibitor. So let's get painting, shall we? Let's do some gold. So I'll just put a second coat on this, and I don't think it's going to need any more than that, and then I'll tidy up around the windows there, and then give it a couple of hours so to dry, then I'll get it up there. Okay, that's it, second and last coat. It's a lovely sunny day, so I'll let that dry and then we'll get it hung back up. So there it is. I've put it up there, but I've still got to tidy around the glass, but I'm running out of time for this vlog, so I thought I'd just get it up there so you can see it. But we're really happy with that. And this turret, it's got a fairy tale feel to it, and that's what we wanted to do, continue up the turret with this fairy tale look of the gold and purple and the Virginia creeper, of course. It's we always feel it's quite magical to look at. The rest of the windows, as you can see there, are white, and we'll probably stick with the white. We're not going to go purple mad on all the windows. So in case you're worried, don't be. It's just the tower we're doing with the purple frames. But yeah, we're really happy with that. So yeah, perfect. Well, hope you enjoyed that. We've been quite busy this week, but we haven't necessarily finished a lot. I couldn't get that second window off, that little window in the tower. I was trying to preserve the hinges, but we've decided actually we've got better hinges, so I'm going to drill through the screws on that little window so I can get that out, because it took me an hour to get the other window off. So that's something we'll finish this week. You've started the gate, painting the gate that was on there, but again didn't finish it. You got sidetracked with the boot room, and we had a couple of days where we lost a couple of days. But yeah, we're quite happy this week. We've bought some more roses here. They need to go in the ground today, so we're going to get those in the ground.
This is really pretty. It's variegated. Don't know if you can see that. That's just going off, that rose. The petals are dropping off, but that's really pretty. And that one's just died off, so
yeah. So we'll get these in the ground today.
Can't see much.
And that's thanks to
Grandma Sharon,
Michelle, Rochelle,
Elizabeth,
and Steve and Jane. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate your support, and it really helps us. And we do go out with the intention of spending that money on things that we can see, that you can see the effect of. So this rose bed and lavender bed, we're looking to finish that this week, aren't we?
Yeah.
So now that we've got the roses we want, so you'll see that in Wednesdays or Sundays.
We've got some little lavenders to go in as well.
Little lavenders we've got, so they're going to go in today. So yeah, plenty going on. And of course, thank you. And of course, thank you to all our patrons. And we posted a video for them about a week ago of an item that we've purchased. And there's a second part to that video coming this week. And of course, we'll put that in the main vlog at some point. But thank you to all our patrons. It's you're making a difference. You all are. And all of you who just watch the ads, etc. It all makes a difference to us. So we really appreciate your support. And subscribers are going up, but if you'd be so kind, 45% of our viewers aren't subscribers. So if you could press the subscription button, that would help us tremendously. Thank you. And
we'll see you Wednesday.
We shall see you Wednesday, but before we go, we're going to leave you with a little clip of Max having a drink. That may not sound so exciting, but it was a funny little clip. So here it is.
It's cute.
Yeah, he's making a noise, look. So, thank you and goodbye. We'll see you Wednesday.
Bye.
Enchantée.